Hi, this is Miss Black again, and I am going to give you lesson number 7 in the primary art area. This is still working in the studio art area. So this will be vegetable stamping. You can use multiple different fruits and vegetables. It's your choice. We just went ahead and chose celery so that we could make a bouquet of roses. So I have red paint, green paint. I have our tray that is filled with supplies. I have water to clean my brush with. I have my celery with the rose. I have my sponge to dry off my paintbrush. I have a dish for the green paint. The red paint goes here. And then I have my papers. Typically the papers would be pre-cut and they would be in a holder, like a napkin holder. But since we're doing distance learning, I just went ahead and put it on the tray. So let me move my tray over to the side so that you can see. I'm going to bring my water over. I'm going to bring my celery dish and my green dish. I'm going to keep my sponge right here. And I'm going to grab my paper. Now, with this activity, I have one piece of construction paper that I chose. I chose a blue color. And I have a smaller white piece of watercolor paper. So when I'm done and my picture dries, I'm going to be able to put it on my blue paper like it was a framed piece of art. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave my construction paper on my tray. Bring over my smaller piece. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move my celery and I'm going to put my red paint into my dish for my celery. It's a little thick. We'll try that. Then we're going to put my celery back in the red paint. Let it sit there for a second while I put my green in for my stems. Clean my hand off real quick. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take an extra piece of paper towel and I'm going to go ahead and try to blot some of my paint off so that it's not so thick, because I want to make sure that I'm getting the rose design. So now I'm going to push it down and then lift it up. I'm going to go back and get some more paint and I'm going to push it down and then bring it back up. Pushing it down, bringing it back up. Pushing it down, bringing it back up, pushing it down. Repeating this process until I have the desired amount of roses. Okay, that looks like enough roses for me. So now I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm just going to dip it in the water just to get it wet. I'm going to use my sponge to make it to where it's not pouring water. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start putting the stems on my roses. Like so. We're going to make sure that we have a stem for every rose that we did. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 roses. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 4 more stems. Okay. So now I'm done with my stem, so I'm going to clean my brush and my water. And blot it on my sponge. Okay. I'm going to clear it off where I blotted my paint. Move my water back to my tray, my paint back to my tray, my sponge back to my tray. I'm going to blot the paint off of the mat. And once it's dried, I will glue it. But this will give you an idea of what it will look like when it's done. Thank you so much. That concludes lesson 7.